When I was a child, I lost a pet that I loved very much. I remember it as an emotional time, a time when I had to deal with death in a very real way. The story you're about to see has many of those same emotional moments in it, a fact you might want to consider before you or your child watch it. We're going to a pet cemetery not far from Baltimore in Elkton. It's a fascinating look at a very strange phenomenon.
These in with him.
It's hard when your pet dies. Any one of us who's had a pet die knows it, and we all have our own ways of dealing with the hurt. David and Teresa Giles are burying their dog here at the Bonheur Memorial Park, a cemetery for pets.
Can you imagine if he was buried in the backyard and something happened to us and then somebody dig that box up, want to look into it, see it, what would they do? They'd throw it away. So I just said, out here they come. Because we know that's where they would be. That's the same as they buried me in the backyard. So I didn't want that to happen, so we do figure they're part of the family. We'll just do the same thing.
I don't know if I'll get any more dogs or not. Because if I was a person that could just call the Humane Society to dispose of them in a trash can or something, it'd be fine, but I can't do that. I'm just not that type of a person.
Earl and Evelyn Marshall's dog, Skipper, died 2 years ago, but they have visited the grave every day since then.
I love you, little fella. God knows I love you. I miss you.
Yeah, he was our life for 9 years. We don't have any children, see. He was just like a child to us.
In case we ever move, or if somebody else gets a house, see, we don't have any children, and we wouldn't know who would get the house, and maybe they wouldn't take care of his grave. This way, he'll be taken care of.
It's, well, we bought it right after he got sick, and so like he was sick for 4 years, and so we were preparing for it, you know, just in case, and they have it set up just like in a funeral home in there, and they try to do it just like do a person.
Excuse me.
But we have our lots right across in Meadow Ridge there, and so we knew we would be close, you know, close to him by putting him here.
If we had known, though, when we bought our lots, if we had known that we was going to have Skip, we bought our lots over here with him.
Because you can do that now. A person can be buried in here with him, see, and you can buy the grave. The plot's big enough to where you can be buried and your pet can be buried right beside you.
William Green is the owner of Bonheur, taking over from the founders 2 years ago.
It was founded as a pet cemetery in 1935. It was probably one of the first ones in the country to be founded. There's only one other one in New York State that I know of that is older, and it was founded around 1890. This one is basically set up in the same fashion as a human cemetery. In other words, you get a deed to the grave when you bury a pet here. It's your grave for all time. You have that protection. We have the viewings, the same as you would have for a person. In fact, one of the most important lessons that anyone that works here learns is that when someone brings a pet in, you treat them with the same dignity and respect you would as if it was a child. When the pet comes in, they're bathed and groomed. We prepare them for burial. They've loved this little thing and they want to protect it. That's the reason they're here. We do exactly what they want done. If they would like to have a minister here, we have several ministers that are on call that will come out, perform the committal ceremony.
I was telling my aunt back home, my next pet is going to be goldfish. If anything happens, when they die, down the toilet they'll go.
The complete interment can go anywhere from $225 on up to whatever you want it to spend. I've had people in the last month or two go to $1,700, $1,800. You're getting a marker, usually with a picture on it, a granite base, one of the custom caskets, with the finest satins, interiors, and so forth. We're in the process now of having manufactured or putting together what I think is going to be the first Orthodox Jewish casket for pets. We have buried here an elephant named Mary Ann, and she was from the Baltimore Zoo. And the story goes that when the zoo got Mary Ann, they were having a bit of financial trouble. And Mary Ann was trained to ride children on a saddle. So what we're in the process of doing now is having a marker cast in memoriam to Mary Ann, given by the cemetery and the people of Baltimore, commemorating all that she did for the city and the zoo.
Vicki Dowell's cat is buried here.
I used to get mad at people because I would say, to me, this isn't funny. This is something real to me, and other people think I'm crazy, they'll laugh, but, I can't condemn them for their thoughts, so I just ignore them. A lot of people that I say that I have my pet out here, you'd be surprised, a lot of people out here that I've told about that's put their pets out here also. But to me, it's not dumb at all.
They think we're crazy for doing things like this. Of course, it's none of their business. And I could care less. But like I say, he was our child.
We better go, little fella.
We love you, little fella. We'll see you later on.
See you tomorrow. Sleep good. I love him so. It hurts so bad.
We Americans love our pets, and some of us express that love in unusual ways. What do you think? Is this a bizarre ritual, or just another way of coping with hurt? You may believe that treating a pet with all the emotions you would normally give to a child is a pretty strange practice. Others obviously find this transference normal. It's something to think about. Meanwhile, William Green plans to open a new section of his memorial park sometime next year. We'll be back in just a minute.